The autumn rain painted streaks down the coffee shop window as 17-year-old Maya stared at her untouched latte, watching the foam slowly dissolve like her dreams. The prestigious art scholarship rejection letter crumpled in her backpack felt heavier than her textbooks, each word echoing in her mind. "Unfortunately, we cannot offer you a position this year." Maya had poured her heart into that portfolio. Every sleepless night, every missed social gathering, every penny saved from her part-time job at the local bookstore for this moment that never came. The scholarship wasn't just about money. It was her escape route from a home where her father's drinking had turned their once warm house into a battlefield of broken promises and shattered picture frames. "Another coffee, sweetheart?" The elderly barista's kind voice barely registered as Maya shook her head, tears threatening to spill. She couldn't even afford another $3 latte, let alone art school tuition. As she gathered her things to leave, a woman at the adjacent table looked up from her laptop. She appeared to be in her 30s, with silver streaks threading through her dark hair like moonbeams, and she wore an elegant burgundy blazer that suggested success and sophistication. But it was her eyes that caught Maya's attention, warm, observant, and somehow understanding. "Excuse me," the woman said gently. "I couldn't help but notice you seem upset. I'm Dr. Elena Vasquez." She extended a manicured hand adorned with a simple but elegant ring. "I'm an art therapist, and I've been working on my laptop here for hours. Sometimes a stranger's ear can help more than you'd think." Maya hesitated, clutching her worn messenger bag. Every instinct told her to politely decline and disappear into the gray afternoon. But something about Dr. Vasquez's presence felt like a lighthouse in a storm, steady, warm, and inexplicably safe. "I'm Maya," she whispered, settling back into her chair. "And honestly, I don't think anyone can help me right now." Dr. Vasquez closed her laptop, giving Maya her full attention. "Tell me what's weighing on your heart, Maya. Sometimes the darkest moments are just before dawn." The words tumbled out like water through a broken dam. Maya found herself sharing everything: her artistic dreams, the scholarship rejection, her father's struggles with alcohol, her mother's 3 jobs just to keep them afloat, and the crushing feeling that she was destined to remain trapped in a cycle of disappointment. "I spent 4 years believing I was good enough," Maya said, her voice barely audible. 4 years of teachers telling me I had talent. But maybe they were just being kind. Maybe I'm fooling myself." Dr. Vasquez listened without judgment, occasionally nodding or offering gentle murmurs of understanding. When Maya finished, the woman reached into her leather purse and pulled out a business card. But also something unexpected: a small leather-bound journal with gold edges. "Maya, I want to show you something." Dr. Vasquez opened the journal to reveal pages filled with sketches, notes, and what appeared to be rejection letters. "This is my failure journal. Every setback, every no, every moment I wanted to quit, it's all here." She flipped to a page showing a rejection letter dated 15 years earlier. "This is from my first attempt to get into graduate school for art therapy. I was devastated. I thought it meant I wasn't smart enough, wasn't worthy enough. But you know what it actually meant?" Maya shook her head, transfixed. "It meant I wasn't ready yet. Not because I lacked talent or intelligence, but because I needed to grow in ways I couldn't have imagined." That rejection led me to volunteer at a community center, where I discovered my true calling: helping people heal through art. If I had gotten accepted that first time, I would never have found my real purpose. Dr. Vasquez turned to another page, showing a beautiful watercolor painting. "I painted this the night after that rejection. It was the first time I painted my pain instead of trying to hide from it. That painting became the centerpiece of my portfolio when I reapplied 2 years later and got in." She closed the journal and looked directly at Maya. "Your rejection isn't the end of your story, Maya. It's a plot twist. Sometimes the universe says not yet because it has something bigger planned for you, Maya." Felt something shifting inside her chest, like ice beginning to thaw. But what am I supposed to do now? I can't afford art school without that scholarship. Dr. Vasquez smiled, and her whole face seemed to illuminate. Let me tell you about the Aurora Arts Foundation. It's a program I help coordinate for emerging artists who faced significant challenges. We don't just provide scholarships, we provide mentorship, community, and opportunities to create art that matters. She pulled out her phone and showed Maya a website featuring vibrant artwork created by young artists. These are all students who were told no by traditional paths. Now they're thriving, creating, and most importantly, they're healing themselves and others through their art. The application deadline isn't until January, Dr. Vasquez continued. That gives you 3 months to create a portfolio that tells your truth, not what you think admissions committees want to see, but your authentic story, your struggles, your dreams, your resilience. Maya stared at the phone screen, hardly daring to hope. But why would you help me? You don't even know me. Dr. Vasquez's expression grew tender. Because 15 years ago, a stranger in a coffee shop saw me crying over a rejection letter and told me something that changed my life. She said, "Honey, diamonds are created under pressure, and you're about to become brilliant." I never saw her again, but her kindness became a light I've carried ever since. She reached across the table and gently squeezed Maya's hand. Today, you get to be my diamond in the making. And someday, when you're successful and happy, you'll pass that light on to someone else who needs it. As if on cue, the autumn rain began to clear, and golden afternoon light streamed through the coffee shop window, casting everything in a warm, hopeful glow. For the first time in weeks, Maya felt herself smile, really smile. "There's one condition," Dr. Vasquez said with a playful wink. "You have to promise me that you'll never give up on your dreams again. Not because the path will always be easy, but because you're stronger than any obstacle life puts in your way." Maya nodded, tears now flowing freely. But these were tears of relief, of gratitude, of renewed hope. "I promise." Dr. Vasquez handed her a contact card along with the journal. "This is yours now. Fill it with your journey, the struggles and the victories. And when you're ready, apply to Aurora Arts. I have a feeling they're going to love your story." As Maya walked home that evening, the crumpled rejection letter felt lighter in her backpack. She pulled out the leather journal and wrote her first entry. "Today, a stranger became my guardian angel. Today I learned that no doesn't mean never, it just means not yet. Today, my real story begins." 3 months later, Maya submitted her portfolio to the Aurora Arts Foundation. Her acceptance letter arrived on a snowy December morning, along with a full scholarship and a personal note from Dr. Vasquez. "I knew you were a diamond from the moment I met you. Now shine bright, beautiful soul." 5 years later, Dr. Maya Chen opened her own art therapy practice in the same neighborhood where she'd grown up. On her office wall hung that first painting she'd created after meeting Dr. Vasquez's golden sunrise, breaking through storm clouds. Below it, a small plaque read, "Kindness is the language the deaf can hear and the blind can see." And every Tuesday, Maya volunteered at the local coffee shop where it all began, keeping an eye out for young dreamers who might need a stranger's kindness to help them find their light again.